Hi everybody, subscribe, support this video with a like, and share which footballer will have the best 2023 in the comments below. What do you think? And while you're typing, we proceed to start. Let's get the show on the pitch. I would say to Todd Boehly, it was a pleasure to meet him, but give Graham Potter time. Give him time, Guardiola said. Real Madrid have identified the right-back position as one of their problem areas. The most likely option, however, is to promote the talent Vinicius Tobias from Castilla and execute his 10 million euros purchase option. Pulisic opened up his knee in the game the other day. We are still analyzing it, but it's going to be several weeks for him, Graham Potter shared. Liverpool's home kit for the 2023-24 season has been leaked online. The team played well starting from the first 20 minutes. I'm gonna stick with that conclusion. 70 minutes of good individuals and collective football. However, we missed out on the most important thing, the result, Diego Simeone told. We had the feeling that they could have scored at any moment, but we also had a chance to score a second goal. You can't always control the match, but we did well because we knew how to suffer, Xavi said. Pelé, Diego Maradona and Johan Cruyff are for me the three greatest players in history. But we haven't forgotten Cristiano Ronaldo, Platini or Zidane. Marco van Basten is quoted by France Football. There is a reason why Anthony Martial has been substituted in the last 7 games. It's because he cannot manage the load. This is why we are looking for another striker, Erik ten Hag admitted. Ex-Brazil international Carlos Roberto de Oliveira, better known by the nickname Dinamite, has passed away on January 8. The Brazilian died aged 68 of intestinal cancer. Galatasaray defeated arch rivals Fenerbahce in the Intercontinental Derby 3-0 with Sergio Oliveira, Kerem Aktürkoğlu, and Mauro Icardi being the ones to score goals. Manchester City are probably the worst opponent to play against when things aren't going well. They can give the impression that you're not trying, Graham Potter noted. We coped with the task perfectly. It was an important victory in a complicated stadium. We had a plan, and we got what we wanted, Andreas Christensen stated. Lionel Scaloni has been named the 2022 Men's World Best National Team coach. Didier Deschamps is in second place, and Walid Regragui is placed third. Fabrizio Romano denied reports about Harry Maguire's deal done with Aston Villa. As the coach said, and as we think, after 5 years of VAR, if these mistakes are still being made, things are not clear. I am not in favor of VAR. I never have been. Lautaro Martinez is quoted as saying by Football Italia. Former Paris Saint-Germain representative Modeste Mbami has died aged 40 after suffering a heart attack. Paris Saint-Germain's Qatari owners are reportedly interested in investing in the Premier League club and have held talks with Tottenham Hotspur. Xavi's comment about Copa del Rey's last 16 draw didn't sit well with me or the club. When the game is over, we will see if there has been more luck or less luck, Cueta boss Juan Romero said. While responding to requests from Manchester United's young fan to sign Kylian Mbappe and Jude Bellingham, head coach Erik ten Hag jokingly asked, "Have you got some pennies for me?" David Silva is the oldest player on record to score on his birthday in a La Liga match. Yesterday, the midfielder turned 37 years old. Marc-Andre ter Stegen has kept 12 clean sheets this season. He has already topped last year's result when he got 11 clean sheets in 35 games. After the first goal, the Poles didn't want to play anymore. When we scored the second around the 60th minute, at some point, one of the Polish players told me, as best he could in Spanish, "Don't attack anymore," Nicolas Tagliafico confessed. Benfica is under investigation of allegations of involvement in fixed matches. The allegations are reported to cover period from 2016 to 2020. Absolutely all members of the board of the club are accused. Negotiations between Ruslan Malinovsky and Olympique Marseille are indeed in progress, but I don't know if it will go through, Atalanta head coach Gian Piero Gasperini said. Valles Sarsfield midfielder Maximo Perrone will join Manchester City. The parties are working to complete the deal, which is almost done. Cameroon striker Vincent Aboubakar could move to his former club Besiktas for the 3rd time. His arrival would be seen as a replacement for Wout Weghorst. Real Madrid will attempt to sign Edin Dzeko in January, according to Calciomercato. Arsenal are confident over Mykhailo Mudryk transfer, Fabrizio Romano notes. The atmosphere at Anfield is really great. For my own game, I think I showed some good moments and some sloppy moments. So, I can also still improve on those points and keep working and try to help the team as much as I can, Cody Gakpo claimed. Pierre-Emil Højbjerg has been named Denmark's Male Player of the Year for 2022. Manchester United are set to introduce the Ronaldo rule, which will limit first-team star salaries to a maximum of £200,000 a week, Daily Mail understands. Former Arsenal manager Arsene Wenger will work in India to develop and scout football talent within the country. Inter Milan will announce a new contract for defender Matteo Darmian. The deal will be valid until 2023, containing the option of a further season. Tottenham Hotspur and Manchester United are keeping tabs on Jordan Pickford. The transfer may take place in the summer. Besiktas do not want Wout Weghorst to quit the club. Manchester United are interested in his services. Yesterday, we had lots of top-notch football action to watch. The latest results are in front of you. Moving on to the main news of the release. Let's have a brief rewind of yesterday's fixtures. We highlight 3 events. In Serie A, Milan and Roma put on a thrilling show. The Romans were 2-0 down with goals from Kalulu and Pobega. However, Mourinho's side fought back thanks to accurate last-gasp strikes from Ibanez and Abraham. Their draw went in favor of Napoli, who are now 7 points ahead of Milan and Juventus. As for La Liga Match Week 16 main event, we had a battle between Atletico and Barcelona. The Catalans turned out to be stronger in an extremely tense tie. The deadlock breaker was scored after a brilliant combination, which involved Pedri, Gavi and Dembele. Interestingly enough, Los Colchoneros also had chances to equalize the matter, though Barca's defense, led by Ter Stegen and Araujo, showed a great display. 0-1, and Barcelona single-handedly lead the standings. At last, we had the FA Cup third round. Needless to say, all eyes were in the duel between Man City and Chelsea. Unfortunately, we did not get much of an entertaining showdown, but rather a one-sided game, where Mahrez twice, Alvarez and Foden completely demolished the Blues for Guardiola's team. Alright, back to other main news of the day. Arsenal and Manchester United are both monitoring AS Roma striker Tammy Abraham, according to La Repubblica. The Gunners are reportedly to be showing a more substantive interest, but the Red Devils are also keeping an eye on the Englishman. Transfermarkt values Abraham at €45 million, while his agreement with the Yellow and Reds expires in the summer of 2026. Jude Bellingham is now the most valuable footballer in the world, based on a new study on 100 players by football observatory body CIES. Bellingham is valued at a whopping €208 million. CIES ranks the teenager based on an estimated transfer value according to the statistical model exclusive to the body. Bellingham's new value doesn't come as a surprise given his age, the years left in his contract, and the number of clubs interested in him. Today, it's Liverpool, Real Madrid, and Manchester City. What is clear is that there is no way Bellingham will be sold for anything less than €120 million. Carlos Tevez explains why he did not congratulate Lionel Messi after winning the World Cup. I don't miss the Baka World nor football because it exhausted me. I followed the World Cup a bit. I followed France a lot because it was a team I liked. I did not write Messi because he must have exploited the phone. It gives me great joy that my children shout his goals. Tevez was quoted as saying by us. Cameroon forward Vincent Aboubakar had a say in his training experience with Cristiano Ronaldo, comparing the Portuguese with Lionel Messi. I always thought Lionel Messi was better than Cristiano Ronaldo, and after training with the Portuguese, I realized I was right. Aboubakar stated, "We are to remind you that Al Nassr have removed Aboubakar from the squad list for the season and terminated his contract due to Cristiano Ronaldo's arrival." Al Nassr newcomer Cristiano Ronaldo lives in the Kingdom Tower, which is the one of the tallest buildings in Saudi Arabia. Daily Mail notifies. The 37-year-old Portuguese stayed with his family at the Four Seasons Hotel in Riyadh. He was placed in one of the finest suites Riyadh has to offer, in one of 17 rooms occupied by his family, friends, and security guards. It is estimated that the hotel bill for Ronaldo and his entourage will surpass £250,000 when he checks out, and while he is in search of a permanent home. If you think these were all interesting details we could find on the topic, then you are wrong. Folks, the Inside Football channel will tell you even more about Ronaldo's life in Saudi Arabia. Click on the link and see for yourself. See you next time!